And howdy doody. We're here.
Yeah,
Howdy, Cruller. How you doing?
good, good, good. Day's going good today. Not a
And
lot going
hello
on, but
to Possum and North-Eyed Hawk. Hawk is lurking in the chat.
yeah, I've only there we go. Get the comments up there. Welcome back. Interesting.
So I got a conundrum.
What's up?
I got a conundrum.
What's the conundrum?
Well, I sold my Action 2 because I was going to buy the Action 2 128 gig.
Right, right. And that didn't happen.
Well, it hadn't happened yet, but I got to looking at it and I'm like, well, what would be a good camera to get? Hey, Joe.
That's a good question because I don't know. I don't have an answer for that because I get in camera paralysis. Even
Yeah.
if even if like I've seen some great footage from the GoPro, the GoPro 9s, but they're overpriced. The GoPro 9, the stripped down version, the naked. And I don't know if I really trust those when they take off the heat sinks and everything. But
Yeah. Well, Joe, I love the Action 2 myself. And when I sold mine, I was a intent of buying Action 2 128 because
right.
Action 2 fills up so quickly.
Yeah.
And then it's a pain in the neck to get it off while you're out in the field. Having that extra storage on it would definitely be handy.
Right. You get a freaking
And I've got the balance lead connector to where I can hook it to the parallel port or the charging port, charging plug on the battery, and plug in USB-C to keep that camera alive for however long I want. But I was kind of thinking, for us, it should be, and was the way everything is going, and vertical and horizontal and all that crap.
Yeah.
The ideal camera would have a square sensor on it, was 3840 by 3840 resolution. Kind of like the CADX Peanut was. Record 25 something by 25 something, and then in post you could extract either horizontal or vertical
right
footage out of it. But no, the same thing as a 4K. So
yeah, there's always new stuff coming, and I don't know if we're going to see a small one though, a small like an Instago. It seems like we are moving and ebbing and flowing, and it seems like the bigger, the more the stronger products are staying around, and the other ones are kind of just being pushed aside. And so the GoPro side, the GoPro like camera, that's the Insta360 did that. And, by creating the Ace series, people really like that. There's a couple of people that, anybody that I know that does cameras and does the action cameras really like the Ace and the Ace Pro. As close to a GoPro as, if you're a GoPro alternative. But
yeah,
as far as that,
I'm not a GoPro snob. So, not everything has to be GoPro.
I would like it. I think the Instigos are fun. I think that would be a fun little, take around camera.
Yeah, but the newer Instigos don't have that square footage on them anymore. Or did they rename that now? I was looking at it and I didn't see it. The Pro video mode is what it was called in the Peanut.
Yeah.
Or in the Go 2.
Peanut V2. That's what Possum's saying.
Yeah. Peanut V2, whatever you want to call it, but
yeah, I don't. There's really only so many choices, at this point. You could try that Action or the GoPro 11. The 11. But
that thing is too expensive.
Yeah, it's not a deal, is it? The GoPro, yeah, the 11 Hero 11, the micro.
There's the naked GoPro 11, $500. I guess it's better than the naked GoPro 12, which is.
I was thinking of the Hero 11 Black, and then you get the small version, but that had the same overheating problem that the GoPro, the DJI Action 2 had. The 11 Black Mini, Hero 11 Mini is $299. It's not decased. Obviously, you're not going to get underweight if you're trying to get your low weight. And if that's the case, then you're not going that way either. Because your weight specs on that one are 133. So it's like carrying a battery.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned the Go 3. Go 3 weighs 35.5 grams. What does it compare to on the Action 2?
It's pretty fun too. It's 2.7K, stabilized. And you can't get an Instago 2 anymore. So I actually tried to jump on that one quick, and I missed the boat there. You can't find one of those. You can find an Instago 3 for $299. The Hero 11 Mini is $299 as well, but the weight, you don't get the weight savings. Walmart's got the Instago 3 action camera for $299 right now, which is actually a pretty good deal with the little flip up screen and all that. But it's only 32 gigs, so you'd have to, once again, you'd be in the 32 gig problem.
Yeah. Isn't that available in different flavors though?
Yeah, I think you can get that one. Does have an upgrade. I can't find I don't think for the low price though, you're going to get that. I think if you get the upper, let's see.
So the Go 3 comes either 64 or 128.
Right. And the 60 goes.
128 is completely out of stock at Insta 360. So I guess I'll can look around, but it's $429 for the 128 or $360 for the 64. Let's see, what can we do on white? Okay, here we go. In white, available in 128 for $408.
You said that is a 128?
Yeah, 128 gig. The white one's available in 32 for 342 and 64 for 360 and 128 for 408. So,
and it does have its own battery. You could connect it. It does have the little charging, little magnetic charging.
does it have a little pad? No, it does not. You got to put it onto the main unit. That was the nice thing about the Peanut, because that little deal that you could stick on the back that you could plug USB into to charge.
Yeah. It's just fun. I mean, I'm looking at an old video right now, little Insta. Yeah, like I said, it has the case that, that you can, the old charging case, you can transfer data from there. But, if they come out with a new one, the price is not going to be very reasonable or cheap at this point,
Yeah. Yeah, the
Not yet.
go-to isn't even listed on the Insta 360 store.
So it's just one of those things that.
All right, Joe. Thanks for stopping by.
Joe Fodelio.
Akio Russo is here. Howdy.
Yeah, if I may make a comment on just a short comment when we get to it on the Apple release today. Not that it's a huge deal.
Apple release today.
Yeah, they just released a new tablet. I just want to talk a little bit about that tablet, just from a video standpoint. Right now, it's extremely expensive. They don't have a mini version, so it really is it's a rich man's toy, or somebody with disposable income's toy. It's a $1,500 product at this point, but there's a cool things that they're doing with it that is going to affect us, which will be cool.
Yeah, I want to mention something here since you're talking about rich man's toy. So I've got this old Samsung, what's that, 5 SE whatever tablet, and I screwed up. I dropped it and it blew the screen on this thing.
Ouch.
And I'm like, well, it's junk. Went down to the repair store, $350 for a new screen on that thing.
Yeah, they do that.
At the time, tax and everything, almost $400.
I've got a new screen coming for my Mac. It's on the way.
I'm like, dude, for that kind of money, I should be able to find something, just new and just,
Oh, yeah.
it. I could not find a tablet that was anywhere close in specs to this thing at that time. I mean, it was a lot of money for a new screen. It did get a new screen, as you can see.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the prices of tablets these days. I mean, they're basically laptops now.
Right. That's kind of what I was getting to with the new Mac. It's got an M4 chip now.
Yeah.
They just started with their silicon, in 2020. So in 4 years, they've had 4 different versions of the M chip. The only thing I was going to say about that is what they've done is they've basically taken the, and then it's got, Thunderbolt. So the one port that it has can do everything it needs, including I think a 8K monitor. Isn't that crazy? You think about. So anyway, it's really a mini laptop, and what Apple's doing is they're selling a keyboard with it, or outside of it. I think if you put all the numbers together, it's about $2,500 for a keyboard, you know, for the, you know, you're buying a mini, you're buying a lot, you know, just a portable laptop.
It's an extremely portable laptop.
Right. Really super skinny and thin and all that. But anyway, that's kind of where that's going. I knew that was, I'm surprised the phones haven't gotten there yet. You know, all of the, you know, even with the,
Well,
you know, the
how much does a new phone cost these days? They're freaking
$1,000,
$1,200.
$1,000 for the newest and latest and greatest when it comes out.
Bit more than that.
Yeah. I'm putting it in the middle. Depends on what you get for memory and all that. But I'm surprised we're almost there. We're very close to a phone laptop where you can take the lightning port, because we rate, you know, Apple is basically, if you're just looking at Apple or whatever, it doesn't really matter. But we're very near that, where you have your keyboard, you have your docking station, like I'm docked into right now, and you can take your tablet, like you've got there, dock it in there, and now you've got your, you know, 16 gig, you know, 1 terabyte device that runs, you know, whatever you've got as a, you know, at your house to dock to. So I think we're almost there. With tablets, we're there. Phones, probably not quite yet. There's just probably too much at this point going on, but the chip's there. Samsung, somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to do it. But yeah, camera wise,
the Galaxy 24 Plus is $1,200.
what's the specs on your tablet again?
It's the
What's it need to be?
Galaxy S5e.
So what's the processor and everything? Is it a octa core?
Let's see. This is an older tablet. I mean, this was a while back when all this happened to me, but let's see. Specs. It's an octa-core dual 2.0 gigahertz plus Hexer 1.7 gigahertz Qualcomm STM 670. Now there's a mouthful.
A lot of words.
Yeah.
A lot of words there.
Main display 2560 by 1600.
So is that considered like a
10 and a half inch display?
Yeah, 10-inch. Because for the mini, it'd be nice to get an 8-inch screen, and that's a lot of people have been asking, because even Apple hasn't come out with an 8-inch screen in a while. And that would be 8 inches is really nice. It's a nice sweet spot for a tablet.
That's all what she said.
And it's really fun to fly with a tablet. I prefer it if I can. If I can fly that way, I do. But if not, I got the phone, and the new tablet's 1,000 nits too. So that's Apple with that device is 1,000 nit screen minimum OLED. I think it's dual OLED. I don't know what that means. I don't know how they put 2 OLED screens on there. But that's about all that, you know. Could you imagine putting that on a drone though? I mean, you only have so much, you know, it's only bringing in 1080p, but I could imagine that's pretty, you know, to have that nice bright image would be really cool to put it on to be able to hook up that tablet onto a controller but
yeah, so this thing says 128 gig storage and additional 6 gig memory. So, but I mean, I'll run off the cloud. That's 1 terabyte on it. So I'm not running out of room anytime soon on that thing. But
I'm just trying to is what's the let's see, Hero 10 Black Bones. So the bones, okay, you can get a Hero 10 Black Bones for $249 at GoPro. $249. That's a good deal. That's a good camera. I know it's a GoPro, but Hero 10 Black Bones, $249. That is a really good deal. 54 grams.
yeah. But by the time you print out some TPU to protect the damn thing, you'd be.
That's true. I just thought that was a really good number for. Yeah, it's a Hero 10 is great camera.
Does it have replaceable lenses on that thing?
Hero Black Mini or the bad. I don't. Let's see if that comes off. Let me just look at the image. Looks like it does come off.
Removable lens cover.
Yeah, it looks like it does come off. Just the way I'm looking at it. Yeah. That would definitely give you some beautiful video. There's no question about that. You know, it's a weight hog, but there's an image here.
Plug-in on it for battery, right?
Yeah,
it's got a battery plug on the back.
Yep. Yes, it does. It certainly does. Looks like a 3-pin there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, you got to protect it. That's definitely a case, but none of the people that are flying with these things. But it's a great way to solve your problem for a really reasonable price. Definitely, it's not out of the ballpark of a good price. I'm looking through the reviews for the crappy reviews.
60 grams and weight, which is not really that much more than an Action 2.
Yeah, it's in the Action 2 category. It doesn't have power. Remember, the Action 2 has its own power source. I don't think we're gonna beat the Action 2 here today with any of our solutions. The Action 2 is, one of the things, the experiment I did this weekend when I did this Friday when I did
this doesn't have a battery at all on it.
Right. It's completely powered by your quad. What I like is the DJI cameras are now, they're getting smarter and smarter. So in a really odd lighting situation, it balances the light out really nice. And that's one thing I really appreciated. About the only thing I learned this weekend or the Friday when I did my live was that when I used my pocket for my live stream camera, it really kicked butt. It's a 1/2 inch, DJI camera. And to me, it was, Possum says he had a bones for a while. Yes, lenses. But it's an option. It's got GoPro color. Here, and the 10 is,
yeah, definitely something to think about.
Crap, you can buy the regular Hero 10 for $249 right now. Just the Hero 10 camera with a battery. $249. That's a really nice little action camera. A lot of people that buy that, you know, pretty much that might be their go-to camera for quite a while. So what's that? It's got to be
I
half.
thought I saw something on Get FPV here recently that had a cable for the GoPro 10 bones that hooks into the charging port, hooks the charging plug on a battery.
Gosh, if I was in the market for a new camera that I just wanted to, I'd probably get a DJI Action 4 just because of the software is going to be better. I would think about the Ace cameras. Those, the prices are decent. Those Ace cameras are pretty good. But anyway, the Bones is a possibility. It's been well used. You know, that whole.
All right. Well, I'm not going to waste much more time on this.
Well,
I'll have to look that freaking cable up again. I thought it was made by iFlight.
yeah, the 11 is
ready?
350. Yeah, 11's 350, and the 10 is 250. So they're fire selling their older tech, and their older tech. You can't go wrong with old tech right now. I mean, there's very little you can make them. You can make a mistake on with the prices of things at this point.
Well, how much does the 10 weigh? The full size 10 weigh without a battery?
Full size 10 without a battery?
Uh-huh.
It is a There's my specs.
That's what I'm trying to look at, and I don't know.
I was there a second ago. And most of those they have a quick, where everything, you get most of all the information like on the first screen. GP2. Wait. Wish they'd put it on their highlights. 4K 120, 5.3K.
Yeah, tell you everything but what you don't want to know.
Yep, you're going down the black hole of specs, and it's very, very hard to get out of that. I'm almost to the weight. I found where I needed to be. All right, rechargeable. They do not want to give me that info. That's $250 for Hero 10 Black.
Let's see. 5.4 ounces. Okay, 153 grams. The battery itself weighs 33. So that'll be a hefty little guy to haul around. So, yep.
That's a big bird, object. It's something you mount on this big boy.
Yep.
You're gonna mount it on something. Mount it on a freaking 5-inch. But yeah, that's a good price. You're just trying to get a kick around action camera, Hero 10. Yeah, it does have the front facing screen too. It's got both. It's just not a touch screen. Which is very nice. Yeah, for $250. That would definitely be one I would fly with. But I would be very much tempted to go with the lighter camera. I would, be much more tempted to, strap it on the Hero 11 Mini for this, $299, a few more dollars more.
And Michael is here. Texas Strong guy. Howdy.
And you could stick your own card in there, I believe. I think you can have your own card. But yeah, so
And if y'all don't mind, hit that thumb thing down there, please. I don't know what's going on with my light here today. Somehow nothing is right. Judging by the day I had today, that's just par for the course.
Yeah, we're just we're windy still. That's our issue where I'm at. It's just windy as hell. It does not want to stop blowing out there, and with the best intentions of going out and throwing some flight time up, and has not been really good. Windy and rainy, and now it's just windy, and don't care about the temperature much. I just would like it to just not blow so damn hard. I want to mess around with some stuff.
Well, our friends at HGLRC have been busy, and they put out a few new birds. And here's the Recon Y6. That's another one of the Dave C FPV designs.
3 props.
If you don't remember who Dave C was, he was the guy behind the Explorer. The Flywoo, was it? Yeah, it was Flywoo.
Flywoo. Well, he did the little, the Flywoo.
He did the Flywoo Explorer. There's a couple other frames that he did, but this is like his newest creation. Can we make this bigger any? There we go. That don't work out.
Oh, so it's got dual props on the back. Interesting.
Yeah,
it's got counter-rotating props
on it. Battery goes on the bottom. There's actually a moonlight version of that.
$279 with the moonlight kit is $479, and another 20 more bucks. You get the 03 version. Comes with Crossfire if you want it. That's an interesting design. I have yet to we'll have to reckon Y6, huh? Sure,
Yeah.
we'll be seeing that fly here pretty soon. I haven't seen it.
There have been a few reviews out on this already, but I'm not quite sure what to think of this thing yet.
Well, it's definitely innovative.
Yeah.
He does put some thought into these 2004s.
2004 motors. I mean, it's
Should be, but it's got to be a power hog. Little powerful thing though. With all those spitting props, that thing's got to have some serious power.
no load battery life up to 20 minutes.
Really
Was a 18650 pack 6S.
Oh, it's pretty good size. I didn't.
It's not sub 250. Definitely not sub 250.
Yeah, it's got different size props too. The front props look bigger than the rear props from the image I'm looking at, but maybe that's just an optical illusion.
And who's this TJ guy? Just kidding. TJ, howdy.
Hey, welcome. So he had to have somebody make that frame up. Then he had to figure out how he was tuning it. It looks like it's got a this one the one he's gonna fly with. It looks like it's got walk snail in it. That looks like a walk snail. What's the case where the case separates the two controllers, the VTX and the flight controller? That's what it reminds me of. I can't. Oh, he's got. Yeah, it looks like a walk snail. Version that I'm looking at. Yeah, it is. It is. It's got the pro walk snail. What's the upper level of the walk snail flight controllers?
Walk snail is a video system.
Right, but I mean the VTX. It's got the case.
Moonlight.
The which one?
It's the Moonlight kit.
The Moonlight.
The
4K. Is that a Moonlight in there? Here, let me show you the picture.
Yeah, he offers there was a Moonlight.
Okay. And that's the Moonlight case, that big, thick, heavy duty thing.
If it's that square lens on it, big square lens, that's the ND filter that comes with the Moonlight kit.
No, here. Let me show you what I'm looking at. This is just real quick, guys. You can see what I'm looking at here.
That's that black case above his thumb, above the Velcro strap.
Yeah,
that's the Moonlight.
Okay,
camera. That's the Moonlight VTX.
It's been so long since I've seen it that I forgot what it looked like. Oh, sad to say. But I remember him talking about it when it first came out, and shit, it just disappeared. I remember the case was odd, that's all. But yeah, anyway.
What's odd about the case? The case is the same size as a 03 air unit case. They're almost the exact same dimensions. I'm not even sure that is.
So it doesn't have the
square. That looks like, well, he doesn't have the.
He doesn't have the ND filter on it.
ND filter on there.
Oh, it does have a GPS on the front, on the top of the.
Yep.
So 6 motors. That's gosh, that I guess they're not putting out as many amps because you don't need to, push as hard because you've got so much prop surface going. You could probably cruise a little bit more. And the single prop design solves the problem of the size of it. You can squash it down because you don't have to have 2 props that are that are going to hit one another. You can push it in from the back a little bit and use that middle space. I think that's really kind of a cool idea. That helicopter,
Well, instead of having the hex with 6 motors that are all on the same plane,
yeah,
there's a lot of the heavier center lifters now that are designed for the Komodo cameras. They use stacked motors like that.
yeah. I guess he
This
just
is
needs to get,
basically a lighter alternative.
yeah. That's cool. I like his thinking. I like that, like how he
1800 kV motors.
the only thing that sucks about that, obviously you got to take off and land on top of your battery.
Well, and that's not necessarily the worst thing because it
Yeah.
kind of balances the whole rig out
Right.
if you have a big camera sitting on top yet.
Right.
So it puts that center of gravity, more in the middle of your rig than when everything's stacked on top.
Yeah.
You get the battery on top and the camera on top, then you have top heavy.
Here, we better
And
give it a
as
thumbs up.
Curry Kitten released a video about walk snail. He was having issues with range on walk snail, and the rig he was testing with, he tested, in the beginning was the battery on top, and whenever he turned back to fly to himself, he'd have issues with the video feed. Then he took the battery and put it on the bottom of the rig, and it improved his signal immensely to, where he had breakup before, he didn't have any more breakup. So putting that battery on the bottom is not really a bad thing.
Have you seen this setup that he did right there with this walk snail setup? Look at his.
Yeah.
He put the battery and everything basically remote, so it's basically sitting on a.
Yeah, and he's got it going out to
He's got the
4K
HD
monitor.
Yeah, I've never seen this video. So he's got it hooked up to a monitor, and then his goggles are.
Or what?
Oh, he's flying with the monitor. I see what you're saying.
Is he flying with monitor, or does he have the HDMI cable plugged into the goggles?
I think they're plugged.
I think catch that part.
I think they're plugged into his goggles. I thought I saw some goggles here somewhere.
Yeah, there's a hit the play button for a second there.
Yeah, I just I fast forwarded to where he had his goggles here. He showed his whole setup. I stopped it and I thought I saw some orcas or something that he was plugging into those. Here, I guess I can just let it play in here. That's really cool though. I like how he just, thinks outside the box with things. I like the base station, the base station idea. There it is right there. Oh, that was
he's got it going on some goggles.
Yeah. I just want to see him take off. Oh, he's got a big old battery on there. So that
Well,
looks like
it's a 6S lithium ion 18650 pack.
what is he flying with? A GoPro. He's saying, look at the camera he's got on there. At that, he cuts so quick to there. There's his goggles right there. That's why you want to have the HD in and out, right? You want to have the HDMI
HDMI
in.
in.
There we go. Yeah, so that's like a GoPro 10. That's probably the one that we were looking at.
Let's play a little longer. Maybe we got a sight view on that. Nope. You turn it the wrong way.
Yeah, we're not going to see the battery. But yeah, that's cool. I think I like this kind of flying. He's going to go low and just cruise. He's flying through a hayfield, looks like.
No,
Hayfield
that's wheat. That's wheat.
Why would they be? Do they chop wheat? Where's he at? What country is he from?
Germany.
So
he's in Germany.
yes. So
wheat is still green this time of year.
So it's interesting. Basically they chop it and maybe bale it. I've never seen him use it as feed like that.
It's not feed. It's wheat, like for flour.
But it's green. What you don't
Yeah,
harvest it?
It's still green because it's still early in the year, brother.
I know, but they're harvesting it. There's windrows there. I'm a farm kid, man. I'm looking at this shit. Look at this right there. See, there's some windrows here.
Yeah, that's where they go fertilize the crap.
Anyway,
that's still growing.
Right there, look at
they don't harvest that till fall.
I understand. I understand that. Let's see. I get back over there. That's a great spot to fly. Boy, that'd be nice.
Johnny Drone Flyer. Howdy, fella.
It looks like he's just flying using regular stabilization too.
Yep, that time to go home. Ben is here. Austin reporting in.
Reason why I like that camera that he's using is because look at the shots he's getting in the evening with no light, with very low light. That's why you want to use that camera. If you have problems, like say you can only fly in the evening and it gets close to winter, those are the only shots you're going to get.
Yeah,
and that's
I'm going to change subject on you because that is not the only rig that HGLRC came out with.
Yep, so we need to move on.
I'm going to change subject, and we're going to, however you want to pronounce it. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they try to make Talon here, but
Talon, yeah, that's what I see too. Talon.
S was off, and the Chinese translations don't always hit. But
so the Talon too.
This little Cinewhoop here, little 2-incher, seems to be a pretty good deal, especially in the analog. The analog version of this $150.
Right.
Throw an old 3 air unit on it, you're talking $400.
Do you think this is the question I was thinking about when you said, "Hey, get the analog version and just put an HD camera in it"? Do you think there's the mounting spots are the same? Probably, you think, right?
I would expect the frames for both to be identical.
Right. So there wouldn't be a lot of. But
I've been looking through the pictures, and you don't get two pictures of the units. One was analog and one was
Right.
the 03 unit. But the analog, I mean, $150, and you yank out. Even if you buy a new
Still,
DJI 03 unit and put it in there yourself, you're actually saving money going that route.
$150 for everything, and plus the molded frame. You get a really nice camera mount.
Well, here's the thing.
5-bladed props.
$400 was the 03 unit. It's $150, so $250 price difference.
Right.
Yet the DJI Air unit is only $230.
Yeah.
What the hell? This pricing don't make sense. I mean, hopefully I don't change it, but
Click
if
on
they would
03.
say
It
the
says,
analog is 200 and the 03 is 400, that would make sense.
click on the 03 Air unit right now.
Right there, $399.99, $400, $150 more than the analog. No, $250 more than the analog unit.
Right.
So $149, $399, $250 price difference.
Yeah.
Yet an 03 unit only costs $229. So, but it's DJI. Woo!
Oh.
Oh, Scott's in the house too. Howdy, Scott. Jackrabbit FPV, for those that don't know. And Jim says here, watch out. Yeah, I think Captain Brown had that thing today for review. But anyway, this would be very interesting unit for you to get that 03 unit that was on the Pavo and put
Right.
it to good use.
Get it back flying. I like the frame. I think they did a great job with the frame. You know, it's molded, lightweight.
Well, I might buy the analog and stick a walk snail unit on it. At $150, I've got this.
Yeah.
I got this walk snail VTX floating around here that's not doing anything.
The 5-bladed props make it look good too.
To me, a center whoop should have 5-bladed props.
Well, this one does. This one meets your qualifications.
Yeah. No, to me, any center whoop needs to have 5-bladed props on it. The Avata 2, what is the prop size on the Avata 2 now? Did we ever figure that out?
I think it's 3-inch. They're 30. They're 3. The prop number is 33 something. Here, if you go by the prop number, it's 33 something. I actually ordered some aftermarket props. They're on the way.
I mean, that's T-mount, right?
Yeah. I just wanted
You need to order some Jam Fan. What are they? 76.
Here, I've told you I ordered some aftermarket props. Oh crap. Off of Amazon. Yeah, everything's coming from China, so it'll be freaking 5 years before they show up. But the prop number is was on there. Let's see. Gosh, I hate that when you. All right, there they are. 30, yeah, they're 32S is the numbers on the props.
30, 32. So that's 3-inch.
Yeah. T-mounts. What's the S stand for? 32S. That's not
I have no idea.
yeah, I don't know why they put that on there. Yeah,
To confuse people.
yeah. Make it sound well, probably so it's harder to search. I've never looked for 32s. I'm gonna go to Emacs and see if they make a 3-inch prop. I'm sure they do, huh?
Oh, yeah, that FPV website is a little on the slow side.
Yeah, let's see. 3-inch.
This is the prop I would like to see
Yeah.
how it does.
Is that a true 3-incher T-mount?
Yeah.
I wonder if I have I think I have some of those. I might have them already. I think I got a box. Let me go see if I can find them.
And yeah, no, to me, the 5-bladed props are better for Cinewhip because they give you more control. Where, biplate and triplate props are more for speed. 5-bladed props are more for maneuvering. And on a whoop, you should have all the maneuverability rather than
50-28. 2.5 inchers, 3.5 inchers. Yeah, the Avon. I'm looking at the 4x2.8 here, right here. This would be. I know they're not.
yeah, you're not sharing your screen. So
yeah, these are not the ones that you're. I'd rather try the 5-bladed ones because putting another set of 3-bladed props are not going to do anything. I thought I had some 5-bladers, but
oh, Jim, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully she'll recover soon and you can go back to play with drones. But yeah, definitely all the best to your wife and speedy recovery.
so the ones that you showed me were
The
put those.
Gemfan D76 ducted.
Yeah, send me the link on that one. I'm going to buy them. That's actually an interesting idea. Be fun to try that.
There you go.
Because these are the 5-bladed orange props. These are for the original Avata. Definitely. These are not master air screw either. I'm not going to buy expensive props for master air screw just so I can spend more money. That's kind of their modus operandi is to sell their props and market it as something more cool or better. Which is, Did you send that through
What's that?
Oh, what's that? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get those. I'm very curious about.
At 269 per set, it's
Just to see if they fit. They should. Should we put some pink ones on there?
You put whatever color you want on there. I don't know why you're all blurry right now, though.
Oh, it's because I'm messing around here. If for some reason it does that, I have no idea why I go blurry when I mess around with the browser. I just gotta change cameras back and forth. And then it fixes itself. That's so weird.
Speaking of fixing stuff,
So 76 millimeter.
my girlfriend's house, she finally did the plunge to fiber, and they came to install the fiber, and everything was good, and didn't last no 12 hours. It was out.
Really?
Yep. She called Google, and they sent out a repair guy next day, and he did whatever he did, and he's like, well, somebody else got to come. They'll be here in the next 24 hours to do what they need to do for it to be running again. And I think it's something on the outside box. They had to rejoin the fiber or something. Anyhow, those guys showed up like 9:00 at night.
Like my washing machine guy?
They showed up like 9:00 at night. They didn't even bother knocking on the door. I mean, that's a mighty fine way to get your ass shot in this state.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I mean, even when they installed the fiber, now I had a 10:30 appointment or something like that for Sunday morning.
Uh-huh.
And they sent out one crew that runs the cable underground to the house and installs a box on the side of the house.
Uh-huh.
And then they sent an installer that takes it from the box into the house. Well, the guy that was doing the outside work, he never even knocked on our door. Okay. He just went out there and bolted something on the side of the house without asking or consulting anyone about it. I'm like, what the hell? Eventually I saw him on the ring camera for the front door where he came up about halfway up the walk, and then he said, oh, never mind, and turned back and went back to his truck. I'm just baffled how they just kind of show up and do whatever they want. Well, then, it finally got fixed. And another day later, it's down again. And apparently it was down for the entire freaking neighborhood.
Is that just do you think it's just the
I don't know who we're dealing with there, but it's basically they don't notice. They go down one more time here in the next week, and that's it for Google Fiber.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty crappy.
I mean, if I'm an installer and I'm going to bolt something to somebody's house, that I should at least knock on the door and let them know that I'm there. Because, if I catch a guy in my yard with a screw gun and at dusk, I could think wrong things, and he would not be there no more.
Well, it's people get scared, man, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a comparison here, 76 millimeters. I don't right. Because that's what we're looking at is the 3-inchers. So this is the old. That's
Yeah, well,
that's the Avata crap right
the Avata one was 2.9 inch.
right. Well, you can see right there. It's about looks like about a quarter of an inch. That's the original Avata.
Yeah.
But you said 76 millimeters, which is it's about you know. I'm just trying to verify the metric on it, so I make sure I get the right ones. I didn't doubt you. I just forgot. I'm looking at a different site.
It's 25.4 millimeters per inch. So if you got 3-inch, then it's 76.2.
Yeah.
If you do the math, so 76 pretty close to 3-inch.
Yeah, 76. I just want to make sure. Yeah, which is trying to find some that have. It looks like it's going to take a while to get them here. Freaking coming from China again.
Why would it come from China?
Well, I was trying to get them on Amazon. Look, well, I guess I can get them from Pyrodrone, but Pyrodrone's going to make me pay shipping, which might be the same price anyway.
Power drone is available. So
yeah, I'll just get them. Yeah, so it's 76 millimeters. Yeah, they got black is. Just get black props. Hell with it.
well, you got black, you got clear gray, whatever.
You can get 4 sets of them for $18. Mixed pairs where it come in different colors and crap. I better just get some to see if they work first before you get a bunch of different freaking colors and crap. Oh, just get the $3 ones and just freaking call it a day. So no, I'm not
Yeah, for $20 you get 4 sets of props.
yeah. I just looking at
That's
the
just a
email.
mite cheaper than what DJI sells them for.
Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna go back to Pyrodrone. Those guys are pretty damn good. They've never gone. I've never had.
Well, I've got nothing bad to say about Power Drone. My issue was walk snail.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a lot of other people that have issues with walk snail now too. Just read where somebody else placed an order and somehow he still had some discount code or something. So you ordered 2 of the self-wicking t-shirts, and apparently walk snail was out of them, so they sent them the cotton ones instead without consulting with them first. you know
Yeah, just do your own crap and then I am not a huge fan of those freaking plastic
inserts.
those inserts, but oh well, you just got to fly
Actually,
light.
the hub on those props is pretty resilient.
Yeah, and since they're ducted too, it is not a Yeah, that's the.
So anyhow.
Yep, I know. We get off track here.
Well, so HELRC's been busy putting out some new product for us, which is always good.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, there's
So
no freaking.
we'll have to keep an eye on that and see what happens. And then I'm looking at where is it? I'm still debating whether or not to go with an axis flying frame or not.
Put it up.
Let me pull that up here. But I'm kind of debating between the Gold Film, CADX Gold Film, or if I'm just going to build something myself. All right, let's do the. All right.
Yeah,
there's a 2-inch version of that frame available too.
maybe I could get a frame like that and then just totally
That's
scavenge.
20 by 20 mounting hole.
Oh, I need a flight controller. So I have to get the other frame if I'm going to do it because that'll come with all that.
Yeah.
Because
I've got a flight controller lane, but I wouldn't be able to use my motors because this one is 1305. Looks like. So what's the motor mounting? What's the motors? Well, 9x9. Well, 1504 motors be a little big on 2-inch. How much does this frame weigh compared to the other one? That weighs quite a bit less. That's 50 grams on that frame versus.
that looks like a tough frame too. I like those. I like the Axis flying frames.
Well, it's 22 grams lighter or 21 grams lighter than the 2.5-inch version. So, Eat More Possum converted his crocodile baby to 03.
Oh, cool. That's a nice upgrade. Now you just have the Crocodile 03 now. Are you flying with the?
Well, at least he still has his croc. You
Is
know.
Is he flying with the? Does he use the DJI control system? Does he use the controller?
No, I think he's getting. I think he went to ELRS too.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have to share something yet. I have to share something yet. So take that off and. because I seen Kelly's. You know how Kelly always gets the shit early.
Uh-huh.
I caught him. I caught him out reviewing. I was able to snap a picture of it. So I'm going to share that, very officially, unofficially.
The official, unofficial share.
Yeah. But it's very well suited for Kelly's flying style, if you want to call it style. All right. So here we go. Kelly's new drone. Okay. We call it the Air 4. Okay. It's even on ELRS. No, extremely long reeled string. ELRS.
Extremely long reel string.
Extended flight time. Okay. Fun for the whole family.
Oh, maybe that's my first.
Is you think that'd be your first
That'd be my
venture in the
first
fixed wing?
Yeah, my first fixed wing bird right there. I've placed an order for my props, but they're going to take forever to get here. The best deal I found is on Amazon, and I got 4 sets of props for $13, $13.87.
Well,
But I'm going to have to wait for them to come from China.
Brent, you need to explain that. Using Boxer was Express LRS, but ripped out the LRS out of the quad and ordered DJI remote too. That one you have to explain.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to fly it with the remote too. The first remote. Well, Well, he could. I see what he's doing. He's just flying with he's just going to fly with the air unit.
Yeah.
With the old remote, which is, I don't know, works. Remember,
do we even want to get into the new remote or the lack thereof?
Well, we don't want to talk about the new remote, which is, yeah,
the DJI Remote 3,
the
DJI Controller 3.
We're going to call it the faux mote, the FOMOte, because it's a faux mote. It's Bluetooth. I hear Bluetooth gives you 50 feet.
Well, I mean, we need to talk about these guys that fly the Avata 2, and as they're getting ready to land, they shut off their goggles, and then all of a sudden the quad takes off. Okay. I mean, I don't get it.
The whole process doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I got another one for you yet.
Well, they don't want to get sun in their lenses is what's going to happen there. They got to quickly turn them off.
Well, I mean, that's not, you can turn them off and still get sun in your lenses and screw up your screens.
That's true.
Okay. It doesn't matter if your screens are running or not. If
yeah,
sun goes through the lens into the screen, it will.
Yeah, that's right. It's using the sun. It's like the bottom of the pop can. You lighting a fire. I get you.
Yeah.
That took me a second.
But I mean, there is
Uh,
there was a post that I recently saw. Guy bought the DJI Mini 4K, and he decides, okay, I've just bought the Mini 4K. Now I'm going to go 107, but I don't see anything for remote ID on a Mini 4K. Okay. You bought the one drone that's designed for recreational flyers under 250 grams that doesn't have remote ID built into it. And now you decide to go pro. You're going to have to buy the 3 Pro or the 4 Pro, Mini 3 or Mini 4 Pro to be using that commercially. But I mean, why don't you do the freaking research?
it's a big it's a big convoluted mess of stuff. It's kind of like eat possum. The O3 works with the controller you got. So Kai built a 5-inch with a Moonlight, and you'll just break it with a 2-inch in the wind.
So you're saying only build 5 inches with Moonlight because I will break the Moonlight on 2 inches?
Well, you won't be flying it in the wind. You definitely will. That, I mean, with the 2-inch, there's no way of protecting the Moonlight, really, unless like I said, unless you protect that giant lens.
Well, the giant lens is just stuck on there as a ND filter. So
You said that the lens protrudes a little bit more. I thought it was protected.
well, and that's the problem. Like the Mario frame is entirely designed for 03 camera. Because I mean, the camera that I got in here now is the older Walksnail camera that's quite a bit shorter than the newer ones.
Yeah, you just got to put the little cone on there.
You can see how the lens is still sticking out, but I mean the distance from the screws to the lens on the 03s is quite a bit shorter than it is on any other FPV camera. But everybody that's building these new frames only has mounts for the 03. They forget there's people that don't use the 03. And that's why this frame is actually going down the road. I'm going to take my Walksnail out of it. And I'm going to leave the flight controller in it. I'm going to leave the antennas and everything else on it. I'm just going to pull the VTX of it and sell it as a power combo.
Power.
Somebody that wants to bolt an 03 unit into it.
03 ready. 03 ready. We should sign them, Kai, and put them up for auction.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll only have to pay somebody to take them. I mean, y'all don't know this yet, but I actually sold my last remaining DJI quad yesterday. So the only quad I had left that had a DJI VTX on it, it's gone. I have no more quads with DJI. If anybody's looking to get a VTOL with DJI in it, let me know. I got that ZMO that's going up for sale.
See, now the reason why I don't give Kai crap for doing that is because I'm hoping someday that he sees the light and he goes back to DJI. So I'm just going to keep it quiet. I'm not going to give him any crap about.
Well, here's the way I see it with DJI. The Air unit and Vista units, the original Air unit and Vista units are going to be, they're still making them, but the new goggles will not be compatible with them anymore. and that will be ultimately the end of the Vista units. There's still going to be used goggles around. You're still going to be able to fly the Vistas with the goggles too. But I think once the goggles 2 get the firmware update for the Vata 2, I'm not even sure that they still be compatible with the old Vistas at that point.
That's something that, yeah, that definitely is a possibility.
So the new goggles 3 only compatible with the Vata 2, the Mini 4, and the Air 3.
That's all we know at this point.
At this point, that's the only 3 drones that those goggles will work with. We now know that the remote doesn't talk to the Avata 2 straight. It talks to the goggles, and the goggles, everything goes through the goggles on the Avata 2. So I don't know how I feel about that, because it's going to be the same for the 04 air unit, whenever that might come, that the control for that's going through the goggles too. So I'm just now now at least right now all the cameras are compatible with all the VTXs, and some and they will work. Now if Walksnail makes good on their promise, what I said in August of this year, there should be an upgrade coming, which will blow DJI out of the water with that 4 times the range and whatever other great promises they're making. Which, I mean, I'm being a little facetious here too, so take this all was a grain of salt what I'm saying here, but
yeah, we don't know what they set a very high bar for themselves every year, and that's the thing, is they are constantly having to deal with their own success.
Well, I want to do something with a Moonlight. I don't think the Moonlight is the right camera for the Mario 5. I might be able to put the Mario or the Moonlight into this thing, the Master 5 V2. Oh,
That's
focus. There we go.
Oh yeah, because of the camera mount there is more inserted. Yeah.
Well, you don't see any of the camera sticking out there, so
Right. That is true. That would be a good solution.
So this would be a good platform for the Moonlight. Or I want to build something sub 250 with a Moonlight, because that's really where I would use a Moonlight. I mean, the reason you use the Moonlight is for the 4K recording, not having to carry a separate camera.
Right.
And why would you do that? Because you want to stay on the 250 grand.
It'd be fun to see. It'd be fun to see the footage. The low light footage. With the. It's just a nice.
Matt's Tech did a review on the Moonlight, the Go Fly, or the what the film Go Film, CADX Go Film, and there's some really good footage off the Moonlight camera, and it's excellent footage. So if that's a sub 250 package, I would be very much interested in that. The thing is, do I want to spend $400 on a quad right now? I've got half a quad laying here. If I could just get a frame and a Moonlight kit for to $100, I'd be saving a little bit of money and using up some of my spare parts I've got floating around here.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the Go film footage really quick.
It's toward the end of this review.
Yeah.
At the beach.
There we go. Now it's, yeah, now it's, now he's got it stabilized. Yeah, it looks really good. He's in a pretty, and he's in a very, he's in a low light area. He's down by the, he's down by the edge of the water there. And
yeah,
I like that spot when he flies there. It's a really good spot. Gives you a lot of different, views. You get the, the really darks, and then you get the low sun, and then you get the reflections. Kind of like what, my evening flight that I did. And you can see the ripples in the water, and you can see down into it. That's really good. That's, you can see the clarity of the water, and that tells you got a really good camera. I had somebody comment, you should slow it down and take the ND filter off because you're getting too much motion blur. And I'm like, if I wanted to do that, I'd bring my Mavic, my Mini 4 out here. They're different purpose cameras, they're different. It's different view, Yeah, that's really good stuff. That is really good. That is really good footage. Very impressed with it.
I thought I still had some 1206 motors laying around here somewhere. Diatom. That might work for a 2-inch build.
Here's a really good freeze frame, even with the 720. That gives you a really good idea of what it's picking up in the different colors.
Camera footage, or is it? No, that's
video. No, that's video, man. That's freaking video.
It's just chopping it all to bits because it's coming through.
Yeah, it doesn't need. I don't want to have the video. I just wanted it to be just, still frame, just to see the quality of the image. The image is great.
Yeah,
very nice. Very impressed with it. I like the sky. I can see the details in the sky, and I can see everything isn't too crispy. It's not fake. It's really good. And then look at that out there. You get the grass. We call the. Oh man, I got to answer my phone here. Hold on here.
Yep. So, it's taco time. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but I'm sure I'll figure out something. I've got a whole boatload of spare parts back here. So something.
Yeah, I think the 5-inch. I think the 5-inch is good for that. I think that's your better quad. It's got good protection in there, and your Master 5.
Yeah.
I think you could even be impressed. You can even impress with the, with a small build. I don't know about putting it in a Cinewhoop, but it would be cool to put it in a 2-inch, a 2.5-inch whoop, just for fun.
I mean, there's
this is a 2-inch. I think, if you're getting footage like this out of a 2-inch, I mean, obviously there's no wind today, and he's in a nice protected spot. A little bit of wind, I guess that's a river, but
well, here's what I just found: the Cinon C20 which is frame kit and the motors for $80.
You just got to give you said you got an all-in-one.
I've got a flight controller, 722 Flywoo, all-in-one. So that's be the motors and the frame. And then I just got to get a moonlight kit in here.
I like the bottom there. It's got the space for your moonlight in there.
But I mean, that camera is wide exposed because you see You see where that mount is? That
Yeah.
that camera's sitting way out in the open.
That's scary.
Yeah. That's definitely a cause for concern.
Yeah.
So that's why this thing here looks pretty good to me. Because it's got pretty good protection around the camera.
Yeah, I think you have to have the protection. The biggest thing is having access to your VTX so you can get the card in and out, and that was my biggest headache with the other with my first attempt at my Cine, my 20, my 25. And I still want to be successful with that 2.5. So I'm not done with that. That's probably my next project next month. Right before I I leave for summer. I don't know. I can't think of anything else that I would do in between now and then is to finish that up. But I do have to go, Kai.
You have to go, and I have to go, and we all have to go.
But yeah, I just need to, I'll pull the trigger on a frame, pretty soon here. I can do a frame.
But the HLRC looks pretty freaking promising. It would be easy to swap out that VTX with your 03 unit.
And it's a 4S, and it's got a lot of good things. Price is good. You get 4 motors and a flight controller, and all you got to do is just solder in your the 03. All righty, sir.
It would be interesting to see how this. Because the one thing on the design that I like is this, where they got it in 2 plates and just one connecting wire. That's pretty sweet. This part right here, where the VTX is all mounted on the bottom plate.
Yep.
There's just one wire to connect. That is a pretty sweet design feature. So, but anyway, again, thank you all for hanging out with us
as we solve all the problems of the world,
as we created more problems for the world. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on the way out, please. I can't believe we're at 4 thumbs. Is this where we're at?
It's laziness, guys. Just complete laziness.
Oh, well, I'm showing 7, man. Well,
we're getting lazy, guys. Come on.
Our problem is we're going against Bardwell and his news. So,
and Bardwell. He's got to know who number 1 is.
Anyhow, we'll do it again next week. Same time, same place. Any more words of wisdom there?
Nope.
Mr. Random?
Nope. I'm just trying to solve all the problems of the world right now. Not getting a lot accomplished.
Well, if I decide what and Sunrise Water Meteor sneaking in at the last second.
Yeah, later, y'all.
And he thought he'd only got away with it.
There he is.
there's a quick run for sunrise.
There we go.
Busy time. We need to talk to Kelly. He's working you too hard. All right. Yeah. Take care.
Be good.
We'll see you next week. Thank y'all for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you later, bud.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.